Welcome back to a brand new episode of Tempo's Caribbean Dream. I'm your host, Jeanette, also known as J Lover, and today I have the opportunity to interview legendary music producer Jerry Wonda. He hails from the beautiful island of Haiti, and this is his Caribbean Dream. Come join us.
What up, again?
Hey.
Are you ready for one of my favorite one too? It's right in the back of me. Come on,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Keep going.
Shakira, Hips Don't Lie.
Hips Don't Lie. This song right here was actually the song was already created we put it out with an artist named Claudette from City High. It was done for a movie. We did it, and Wyclef and I, when we had the meeting, of course with Charlie, Walk, CC, that was with Shakira. I think Praz had something to do with it too. And they're like, we play the song. It's like, that's the song we want. That song. I was like, how are you gonna have that song? It already came out. They're like, no, let's revamp it. So it's almost like how you could take a classic song, an older song, and bring it back again, which is exactly most of people sampling my songs now. So this song right here, we didn't have to sample because it was already
yours. So it was already released with City High.
Actually with Claudette from City High. No, it wasn't there yet. We did that for the movie, but that song turned to be #1 classic in the world.
You know, just
even till today.
This song, right? Like a lot of your other songs. Like when you hear it, you know, sometimes you're like, what's the name of that song again? But as soon as you hear Hips Don't Lie, you start to hear that beat.
Why you making me doing the move?
Everything.
It's everything in it. It's the hip hop, pop. It's all of it. All right, come on, let's keep going. I got a lot to show you.
Oh my gosh, let's go. I'm ready.
Let's do it. So this song is one of my favorite because we was talking about how you like Beyonce, right?
Yes, love Beyonce.
This is No Destiny Child. When there were 4 girls, if you remember. Basically, I feel like that was the first Beyonce real song, you know, at the time. Wyclef and I, big shout out to Wyclef.
This was a huge song.
And we was a team. We did this song. Big shout out to Wyclef and Che and the rest of the team. Because, you know, it's the team that created a record.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, my next one is one of my baseline classic. Boom, 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 boom. This is Maria Carlos Santana. And
iconic.
It's classic. Those are the classic. And for me, you know, grow up playing that bass guitar. It was the best gift God ever gave me. And you know, and if I could go back, I still pick up the bass guitar because I think it's such a sexy instrument.
It's very sexy. And this song was like the sexiest of the sexy. Everybody got their Latin Caribbean vibe on.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's nice.
Jerry, okay, let me tell you. So my friends and I, right, we used to have this big debate on what does Gone Till November mean? What does it mean?
I'll tell you like this. Wyclef was coming up with concept. Only Wyclef would tell you lyrics. I could tell you about the music, but Wyclef lyrics was always, the way he put words, Gone to November. It just end up, everyone would be singing to their wife, to their girlfriend, I'll be gone till November.
We're like, where are you going?
Actually, that album for me was always, the Carnival was always the Fugees' second album.
Yeah.
You know, like A Miseducation could be the Fugees' the third album. So it was like the Fugees, it's like the Beatles, man. Everyone in a band was creative. They could stand up by themselves. They could, as a band, is the biggest, you know, thing. We just did a performance with the Fugees for Global Citizen. We was on that stage playing that music. I could touch the crowd. I don't know, maybe we had about 10 to 15,000 people. And everyone had a great time. And all these songs, those are
And
classic.
they sang every lyric to every song.
Every song. Ready or Not, Killing Me Softly. By the time we drop it, everybody was like,
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
so
feeling
that-
right now, like
yeah.
I can literally hear the album in my head.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so this one came from the Carnival. And of course, and I still have another one, you know, the Fugees. And I got so much to show you.
Jerry, I mean, I'm just seeing numbers in the millions.
Yeah.
In the
about,
millions.
It's about 200 million right now, records that I'm a part of. I'm blessed.
Wow.
You know.
200 million records sold globally.
Globally, with the work that a part of my work is a part of that 200 million. So, I mean, I've done so much, and anything that I do now, those are extra. I met my, my limit that I wanted to.
Wow.
But I'm still here, God be all the blessing, working hard. So anything I get now, it's just extra. So
It's just extra.
Yeah, that's it.
Now I'm seeing the Whitney, My Love Is Your Love.
Oh my God. Whitney, you know I'm a Leo. So Whitney, when I work with Whitney, I find out Whitney, when we was talking, she's August 9th. And I am August 9th.
Wow.
So we really got connected, you know. Whitney was really dope. Clef and I, we did a great job in that record, and also Maria. Of course, once again, there's this plaque right here. At the time, it was altogether 50 million between all this stuff, between the Fugees and stuff. Now, over 200 million. Come on, I got that.
Iconic.
You know what I mean? Kids the ring now. So. I love you. Well, this is where everything started.
Yeah.
There's a beginning for everything in life. When we start that Score album came out, it was a new beginning for, we could say, for the refugees, for music, new sounds, the 90s. Of course, we was a part of it. I never said we created it, but I'll say we was a part of it.
I think everyone can remember where they were when they heard Ready or Not.
Where were you?
I was at a concert. I was turning 16.
Oh my God,
I was having a great time. You probably saw me in the crowd.
I know.
And you guys were touring the world, right? Because I was in Trinidad at that time.
Wow.
So, I mean, how many countries did you guys tour at that time?
We did the show in Trinidad.
You did?
I'm not lying to you.
Tell me.
That's when Wyclef lost all his clothes, his bag. They actually in Trinidad.
Really?
I would call Clef. They went in his bag. They took all his sneakers, the new sneaker, and they put it. I swear, no, this is not a joke.
I feel very embarrassed. I feel very embarrassed right now.
But that was the first time we went to Trinidad, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But that was the joke when we went to Trinidad. But
it was packed. Everyone that I knew was there.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, and this was an amazing album.
Yeah, that album was good. We went all over the world. Thank you to that album.
Yeah.
But we say, I just remember what happened.
I apologize on behalf of every Caribbean person.
No, it's normal. Same thing happened to us when we went to Haiti to a couple places. Actually, in France, they snatched Wyclef Jean. And
wow.
Like, somebody went on stage like, yeah. So it's funny. What else? This is the gold. So you have the gold album, then
this is the platinum.
Yeah,
I thought it was silver. No, sir.
No, we don't do silver.
Platinum.
Yeah, it's platinum. Yeah,
he said we don't do silver.
That's why you see my cup say platinum in the studio platinum sound. So we gotta go platinum. You wanna go platinum? We put a platinum sound, baby. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I got more to show you. You ready?
Let's go.
So, bring you to the booger basement.
To the booger basement.
You know the vibe. 232 South Clinton. That's the spot. That's the
where it
house
all began.
Where everything started.
Yeah.
Of course, we're using this front, but we're really gonna have to go to the back. Because booger basement, you can't come to the front.
Right.
Everything is in the back.
It's like one of those spots where you got to enter through the back. Only the police come to the front.
Yeah. Or the mailman. Or the bill collector, you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
You feel the vibe. Well, big shout out to the basement.
Of course.
You ready? You ready for the tour?
I'm ready for the tour.
Okay, come on, let's do it. Let's go to the side.
Yeah, so now we're going to the exclusive entrance.
Yeah,
which
is the
the
place
back.
where the Ferrari show up, the Bentley show up, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Right here in East Orange.
Oh, right, yeah. We bring the style in this song. You know what
I love it. I love it. I love
And
it.
Back here, believe it or not, this is the bedroom of Praz,
Yeah.
Wyclef in that bedroom, Miss Hill, me, all of us. It's the smallest room you probably see in the house.
Really?
Yeah, but it was
And
a
everybody,
vibe.
yeah, it was a vibe.
It was a vibe.
So you guys were all there camping
Yeah.
out, sleeping. I guess
That's
nobody
it.
really cared about where they slept at that point.
Oh, sleeping didn't matter. We didn't have to sleep. And just like you could see outside,
Yeah.
this is a vocal booth that
Yeah.
we're gonna go see. Where
Yeah.
Ready or Not was recording. Like you
Ready
could
or
tell.
not, here I come.
Really?
You can't hide. Come on, I'm gonna find you. And what? And make you want me?
Of course, we good on that.
And
Come on,
make
let's
you
go.
want me, Jerry Wonda.
I know that outside here. This is the lounge, famous
Yeah.
lounge. On this side, what I used to love here, we
Yeah.
used to play dominoes outside. Like this is the Haiti versus Jamaica. So this is
Right.
Jamaican
And-
house.
and, like, slamming the
Haitian-
dominoes.
No, we be playing like crazy heavy. And outside here, we had two dogs. We had Black and Alpha. No one was allowed to come in. The one thing about it doesn't matter how much gun you have. When you have two giant dogs, now you know what you have.
Yep. You know exactly what's
And
going
you know,
on.
in our urban communities, man, we have our dogs. We didn't play.
Yeah.
Black, you couldn't touch Black. You know, when Black get very upset if he doesn't know you. Unless we have to say Black, it's okay.
All right, calm down. Calm down.
So-
They come in to make some music.
Yeah, so of course we go from our top, play the dominoes, and we have our kitchen. Mom used to cook all kind of food, so everybody had to eat the right food.
Yeah.
You know, the rice, the legume, legume. The sauce.
It's like a camp.
Yeah.
You guys
Well-
literally had like a musical camp here.
Well, that's why we call it the refugee camp.
Yeah.
It was like the refugee camp, you know, the
Wow.
Fugees camp, you know. It's a camp. It was a mix, the best mix ever.
You're like you're like literally blowing my mind right now.
Oh.
Because the refugee camp, like
Yeah.
it all makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
That's it. Big shout out to Wyclef, Praz, you know, Miss Hill. You know, this we put a lot of work,
Yeah.
a lot of blood work to do what we create. Of course, we created the sound. We was a part of creating the sound of the '90s
Yeah.
hip hop music. We did till today. People still calling me and like, yo, Jerry, we want to get a Fuji vibe, you know?
Yeah.
The refugee camp vibe. So we still doing.
You know, the
doing same thing.
90s, the 90s vibe never dies. I mean, we saw that in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
But like, how did you feel about creating that sound? Like, what did that sound feel like to you as you were creating it?
Well, for me, it was a blessing that we just was, trying things. I'm glad I was a part of it.
Yeah.
Being a team player with my team, and we just went and just, the SP12 sound, the MPC sounds, and including the live music connected to it, being musicians, where, Clef be picking up the guitar, I'm picking up the bass, and then in the meantime, I'm chopping up samples on the 3000,
Yeah.
or the S900, or the SP1200. Big shout out to KRS-One. That I love the fact that he loved, that's his thing. And DJ Premier,
Yeah.
So for me, I was happy.
Yeah,
Excited,
everyone was just coming together, bringing their skill set and just fusing and mixing.
And mixing. That's what food about. That's why we love our island food. Big shout out to the Caribbean because we mix our food. We want taste, and what we was able to do with hip hop, we was adding all these little extra sauce.
Yeah.
So it was mixing.
Yeah.
So
The Caribbean
that's
juices.
Yeah.
That make it real nice. In the islands we like gravy in our food.
Yeah. Of course, you got it. And that's what this Booger Basement was.
Yeah.
It was about we come in and we was able to go to a club, party, do stuff, and come to the studio and add whatever from what we listened to the club, whatever we listened to, we were flipping, and that's the magic. Big shout out to the 90s. That's the key for me.
The 90s with the island gravy.
Like Booger Basement, we had 2 entrances.
It's like a trap door.
Oh, let me tell you, when we go inside, I'll show you. Like when you walk in, we have, if we lock you inside the basement, you can't come out.
Oh my God.
And if we outside, you can't go in. You could get inside the house, but you can never get the basement. Because we had thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, over, I don't know, close to $100,000 worth of equipment inside our basement.
Inside here.
Yeah, inside our basement.
So we had 2 entrances. We have the stairs.
The stairs, which
and
is
then we
good
got
to
the trap door.
The trap door, yeah.
Wow.
So we have that now. We open and we have, and there's another entrance to come on the side of the house, but we barely use it.
Yeah.
But this is it right here to get into that basement.
Wow.
And bring the equipment. Yeah.
Okay.
It's heavy.
I'm ready to go in.
Okay, come on.
I'm
You going
excited.
in? You
Yeah,
sure?
let's go.
All right. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Okay, so this is the famous entrance, right, to the Booger Basement,
Yeah,
aka the refugee camp, aka the house of like prolific artists, producers of the entire generation that we live in.
Well, you know, a part of it.
Yeah.
I would say, right?
I feel like I'm walking into a time portal.
Well, it is because this is one entrance.
Yeah.
Where we go in. Of course, we go to the kitchen first.
Yeah.
But the real late at night entrance.
Yeah.
That is that little spot you're looking at.
Yeah.
To get to that basement.
Okay.
If you're too tall, you definitely got it.
You got it. I'm a hard 5'2", not too tall.
No worry, you definitely, it's a good spot. But this is the entrance.
Yeah.
This is the house. And let's go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go
I'm
inside.
ready.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, cool. All right. This is the kitchen. I always said, it used to be. Of course, my mom used to be right here set up.
Yeah.
We had a table where she get everything from the chicken to everything, to the oxtail, to the legume, the sauce broth.
Just all the good food.
Yeah. So I can't wait. My brother and we working on bringing back the house, bring the whole Booger Basement back. So obviously you see sheet racks going on here.
Yeah.
So we setting up
A whole renovation process, bringing back the magic.
Bring back the magic. That's the most important thing. Be careful here. You know, this is, by the way, by the time it's done, it's gonna be the Booger Basement 2022.
And right, and beyond.
And beyond.
I love how we opened up all the walls.
Yeah. That's one of my brother's idea. Was like, okay, let's open, because it used to be a small bathroom here and a studio there, and we was moving. This section right here, there was the, of course, dining room, like I said. Then that room there, it used to be first Praz, then Wyclef, then Michelle used to hang out a lot here, spend a lot of time
right
in the
here
basement.
in this room.
And that little room, you're saying, sorry, just to say little room, but a small room, because
it's humble.
It's
from humble beginnings.
Yeah, very beginning. Our beginning was really, it was a great, I wouldn't say it was rough, but it was great. It was wonderful.
It was cozy.
Exactly, cozy. So that's the Booger Basement.
Yeah.
Then we start from here. Then downstairs, that's where you go. Somebody want to take a nap, come up here, go take a nap. But we go right in the basement, chopping up samples
and just make the music.
Create the music.
You know, it's so I mean, I stand in awe as I stand here at this very humble, cozy room. Because you have all these great names who have spent, exhausted nights here in this room.
Actually, years.
Yeah.
It didn't happen in 1 year.
Yeah.
2 years. It did take years.
Wow.
And that's the Booger Basement.
That's to show you.
Yeah.
You can start like this.
Yeah.
And then you can end up.
You go, I always say to start, I tell, mentor some kids, I'm always say, you start from nothing to something big.
Wow.
But you have to have a start. If you don't have a start, you can't get nowhere. How you
Come on
get
now.
to anywhere?
This is the start right here.
Yeah. A new beginning, Booger Basement coming back. Attack!
Guys, welcome back to Tempo's Caribbean Dream, and it's featuring the none other than Mr. Jerry Wonda himself, guys.
I'm here with you.
Listen, we are in his Wonderland studio.
Yeah.
Right? And we're surrounded by all these amazing records. I mean, vinyls.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about this space.
Well, one thing that I love doing, because my dad was a DJ. I call him the fake DJ that loved vinyls and played for himself. And one thing I definitely got it from him, collecting vinyls. So anywhere in the world that I travel, I go perform with, especially the Fugees band, because at the time, any country, I buy vinyls. Especially the vinyls that when I don't understand lyrically what they're saying, because it's all about the music, it's all about the feel. So for me, and I love sample records, I love, play around with sound, different culture. So these vinyls right here, they're like my babies.
Yeah.
I have a lot of crates.
Talking about babies, I want to know about Jerry Wonda, the baby, the man before coming to America, before all the music. Where did you grow up in Haiti?
Well, I grew up in, definitely I would say the part of a farm and quite a bouquet La Serre, and that's where my family came from, including my cousin, Wyclef. I grew up really, didn't have music, but had me. It was always, other kids didn't understand me because I was very creative in the sense that I didn't like kids. I didn't have that many friends, and I used to be by myself because I always think a lot, as a kid, until I got introduced later on to church and learning how to play the bass guitar quietly, guitar. My brother came home with a guitar, and everybody wanted to learn how to play the guitar. And I was like, hold up, I want to learn how to play the guitar, but everyone want to play. I was always little. Then someone said bass. I was like, I want a bass guitar. Then somehow I got a bass, and I practiced a lot. And one day in the church, the bass player didn't show up. And that was my day to really be famous, and I didn't know. So I was like, okay, maybe I could go get up and go play that bass. And the other voice said, if if you go, you don't play good, people are gonna laugh. And I always had a problem, like, I don't want nobody to laugh at me.
Right.
And the other voice said, well, if I was you, I'd go, because next Sunday, the real bass player gonna show up. And the next Sunday after that, you lucky, that's your day. So I basically got up and played the bass. And as a musician, when you're a bass player, you have to make faces when you're playing a bass.
Right. You gotta be in the vibe. You gotta be in the vibe. Yeah.
And I closed my eyes and I was like, oh, I know this song. I don't have to. If I mess up, it's all good.
Right.
After church, everyone came to me and said, my God, we didn't know you played the bass. You gotta play more often. You gotta play.
Right.
I was like, I'm a bass player.
I'm a bass player. How old were you when you got, that first bass guitar?
That first bass guitar, I probably was like between 12 and 14, if I remember. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had that bass and started playing. I felt special.
Yeah.
You know how you feel wanted.
Yeah.
I felt wanted, and being a third child, it's about the first child, the second. When you're third, you like a peacemaker. There's only so much you could do.
You just kind of get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about how that experience shaped you, right? Being a third child.
Well,
what was that experience like?
Well, it felt good. I was really close to my mom. My mom, before even music, my mom would put me in a donkey where we traveled miles and miles to go buy avocado and mangoes. And I understand that you could buy and sell. You buy some, you sell it, you get more money, and you buy things. And my head was like, okay, if I do something and I could learn how to be an entrepreneur. I didn't even know that word, what it meant, but it was like you could buy things. So for me, by picking up playing that bass guitar, being a musician, so it really helped me to know how to change and flip things and make me connected to people. So being a third child, I was able to really feel really special. Music make me feel special. Like I said, a third child, you only limited to be because you can't be like in charge and you
Right,
can't be
right.
like, and the third child always say, hey, why are you guys fighting? It's okay.
Right. You're like the peacemaker.
The peacemaker.
Do you see yourself as a peacemaker now?
Well, till today, they call me. I don't know. I will tell you what Wyclef called me usually. They say, "Yeah, you're like Jimmy Carter for the band, for the group, for the whole refugee camp." Because I love keeping everybody
together.
But it helped me to be, as a producer, to always. Third child helped me understand it's not about me. Power of listening. I learned how to listen to people, what they need. We work with an artist. It's not about me. As a producer, it's all about the people you're working.
Yeah.
So later on, really helped me to be who I am today. The power of listening to people, what they like, and it's not about me. It's about everyone around me. Even in my business, that my platinum sounds in New York now, from the intern to the studio manager, everybody got a voice. I give everyone a voice in my business. And there's no such thing, what color, what gender are you, it doesn't matter. You are a part of the making something great, some good, and I train people to go from a level. A lot of things I did not have. My goal is always giving what someone missing. So at the end of it, being a third child, you're a third kid, man. Your job is to keep a peacemaker, keep everybody happy.
Yeah,
that's what it's about.
I'm curious because this is Caribbean Dream. So I'm curious about your early years in Haiti.
Yeah.
Paint that picture for me of your early years before you came to America.
Well, before I came to the U.S., I could say I was more like a confused kid because I remember when my dad and my mom, they wasn't married, and my dad came home, pick up my brother, my closest friend, and pick up my sister, my older sister, and I felt that unwanted.
He picked them up and took them where?
Took them to the bigger town and left me with my mom.
Left you with your mom.
And in my head was like, this guy doesn't like me.
How old were you at that time?
Oh my God, probably 5 years old or something, 6.
Wow.
I'm very younger, and later on, I was really sad. And, it's 3 of us, my 2 oldest gone, and I'm with my mom. And it was really, really tough for me.
Yeah.
It was really tough. And one day my dad came back and my mom said, he's suffering. And I found out I was still little. It's not because he didn't love me.
Oh.
Because I was still little, because he was leaving with a girlfriend.
Right. So he took the other kids because they were older, but he left you with your mom.
Yeah.
But that really hurt.
That really got into me later on, and to be like, so anything that I do, I always felt like I have to do it more, focus, and so I could be wanted. You give me $5, I'm telling you, I gotta give you 20.
Wow.
So that's what I am. So I always gotta be.
It's like overcompensation.
Yeah.
Did you ever resolve that with your dad?
You know what? Yes. And without my dad, that booger basement we just went.
Yeah.
Without my dad, we wouldn't have that, because Wyclef and I and my brother you met, after Dad bought the house, I remember we was living with Wyclef Dad in a church. We living in that church, and we couldn't play hip hop. And when my dad bought the house, we was able to actually create a whole movement. The refugee camp movement was created in the basement of my dad's house. So we had the studio. It was the biggest studio. I love, I told you anything I do gotta be big. But today I was very emotional when I went in that place, because I just remember. So in other words, man, all these things I got when I was a kid, they helped me to be a man today. They helped me to be who I am today. I had to work that could be a lot of years. It took me a lot of years to feel appreciated. That I was always scared that somebody gonna take something away from me. Like the same way anything I love was gonna take away from me, and my brother was gonna take away. They was gonna take my brother. They took my brother, my sister.
Right.
So anything I always worried, how do I have to work hard? So I never used to sleep. But I would put a I want to be the best at anything I do.
Yeah.
You know, if you listen to the Score album, then like you hear, you know, Wyclef or myself or parts, you're saying little bass up in here. You know,
Right.
that's me. The
Right.
bass was
You're
so
little bass.
big. I'm a little
Right.
bass. I have a company called T-Boss, and they call me T-Boss in a refugee camp. But I learned everything from being, you know, at my younger age, you know, being by myself, and you could put me anywhere. I create something to be fun.
Yeah.
And over the years, we go through things. Those things that they're learning to make us who we are later on. So that's why, yes, I was able to work it out. Thank God. And my dad passed, and you know, it's a new way for me.
Yeah. We often hear about the glory, but we rarely get to hear about the story. And this is the Caribbean dream story of Jerry Wonda. We were just talking about his early years in Haiti and how he was influenced by his upbringing and his parents. And I am so excited to sit with you because now we're going to talk a little bit about your coming to America story. You know, in the Caribbean dream, there's always the transition from where you were born to you now chasing that dream. Yeah. How did you even, I mean, firstly, when you heard about America, what did you hear about America? What did that even mean to you?
America didn't mean anything to me. When it was more about, I know there's good music. I didn't know the difference between Jamaica or the U.S. I just know, okay, everybody in the U.S., there's money, people are happy, they're having a great life, vibe is great, nothing wrong. But my intro to the U.S. was, I was playing, of course, with one of the top gospel band, you know, playing bass for, and of course, they're like, oh, we all going to the U.S., we're going to America. I was like, yeah, hallelujah, great. Find out that there's something called a passport. Then I didn't have a passport.
Yeah.
I never, you know, you don't need a passport in Haiti. And by the time I got the passport, oops, Jerry didn't make the flight because I couldn't make it. Then my brother was really happy. He was already up here waiting for me, my dad. And when they show up, they actually met the rest of the family, Wyclef, you know, everybody knows that they have a great musician cousin. Clef, no, everyone, they couldn't wait to meet me.
Right.
But I didn't make the flight, of course.
So wait a minute. So everyone was here. Clef was here.
Yeah.
His dad was here.
Yeah.
Now you and Wyclef are first cousins.
Yeah, Wyclef mom and my dad's are brothers and sisters.
Right. So everyone was up here. Dad was up here. Wyclef, you know.
My other brother was there.
Right. Everyone was here.
Yeah.
And you didn't make the flight.
Yeah, but I didn't make the flight with the band. They was already here. The flight was the band traveling. And I'm the bass player for the band.
Right.
No passport. And they were happy because they heard that my band is coming to the U.S. They was happy when they found out I didn't make it. They were sad. But of course, they met with the rest of my band. They're like, yo, your cousin is one of the top bass players. You don't understand, Jerry. And my name wasn't no Jerry Wonder at the time, you know?
What was your name at the time?
Gerald.
Gigal.
Gerald. You know? Or T-Boss. They still was calling me T-Boss because the bass was too big. But I remember I got a visa to go, you know, I was talking to mom in Puerto Rico earlier, and got a visa to go to Puerto Rico. The concept, you get to Puerto Rico from Puerto Rico, you're like U.S. and you in the U.S. Good, get on the plane.
Okay.
And all I had was a true story. I'm telling you, it's a journey. All I had was, I think it was $100. I get to Puerto Rico, don't speak no Spanish. I remember it was the end of the year.
How was your English?
Good.
I mean, being a
there was
native
no English there.
Creole speaker.
No, Creole. Yeah, straight up. I got to Puerto Rico. I don't speak Spanish, but I just know I was there, and we're supposed to be there for like 2-3 days. I think I end up there for 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
With $100.
Oh, the money was gone. And after that, I didn't have no money. I didn't speak, and I used to have put a piece of salt under my tongue.
Okay, hold on.
Jerry Wonder, yeah.
You left Haiti. You're in Puerto Rico. You're expected to be there maybe 3 days, right? Before you go on to
come to the U.S.
Come to mainland U.S. You have $100. You speak no English. You speak no Spanish, and all your money is gone. And you're surviving on putting a piece of salt on your tongue.
Because we eat a piece of salt, and I remember spending New Year's Eve and Christmas in Puerto Rico, and
wow.
But that helped me once again, living in Haiti. You know, it's not like we had a lot of food, we had stuff. So I wouldn't say I was suffering because no food, but in Haiti I was good. I wasn't perfect, but when I got to Puerto Rico, you know, and I didn't have a bass guitar to play. And I remember the first time I see an upright bass, you know, I have an upright bass. I see salsa playing, and you know, and one of my goals was I have to play with a band later on. But moving forward, I ended up playing with a merengue band and a salsa band, and you know, do the dance and all that. But Puerto Rico was really tough.
It was rough.
Yeah. But till today, anytime I go to Puerto Rico, I just like, wow.
You just remember how far you've come.
It's one of my favorite places.
So tell me now, you're in Puerto Rico, 3 weeks have gone, you have really struggled, and now you are on your way to...
Well, and the magic was every day waiting for that day. Is it me today? Is it me today?
Wow.
Oh, not again.
So every day you were waiting to get on a flight. And was it that all flights were full? Or like, what was the issue with you getting from Puerto Rico to the US?
It was a hustle. It's not like regular visa. It was a visa. You still have to go to the DR. I mean, to Puerto Rico, and from Puerto Rico you just have. But it's a hustle between everybody what they have to do. By the way, I never tell that story. It's the first time this thing coming, so you know.
Wow, we have the exclusive right here on Temple's Caribbean Dream.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the dream always starts with a struggle.
Yeah.
So you get to the U.S.
And then got to the U.S. All I had in my hand was the address that said you go outside, find a Haitian driver, taxi driver.
Wait a minute. So your instruction is, when you get off the plane, here's the address. Find a Haitian driver and give that to him.
Yes. Point blank. And let me tell you something. I know, of course, I thought I was chilling, got my shirt on. You know, got to JFK, all of a sudden, it was snowing.
Because it's January at this point.
You're right, it's snowing, but I didn't know I was coming.
You thought you was too cool for school, honey.
Eyes dropping, I'm like, yo, it's... And got in a taxi and it was icy, and I was like, oh my God, what the hell is that? And it was like the snow. But then when I went out there, of course, find a Haitian driver, give him the address. It's like, okay, we're going to New Jersey. I didn't know what New Jersey was. I
had no idea. You didn't even know the difference between New York and New Jersey.
Yeah. I didn't know. And straight up took me to 107 South Clinton. You was in 232.
Right.
That's where the magic happened. So
right.
East Orange, South Clinton is my life. Because, and you know how my life set up, that's why God is a blessing. The same street that I'm moving from Haiti is the same street years later my dad decided to buy a house a few houses down.
Wow.
And we wasn't even live there. At the time we was living in a church with Wyclef, lived with Wyclef mom and dad. We moved to the church, and all of a sudden, South Clinton 232 now, we bought Pop bought the house. That's where Killing Me Softly, Ready or Not, the whole score. That's the house.
Right. So that's where
that's the street.
It all began. That's where we were earlier today.
Exactly. You didn't make the church, but that's where we were.
That's where you were.
Where my three places was 107 South, the same street, then moved to 1108 South Orange. 1108 South Orange to Booger Basement.
It's full circle. You know, so I'm really fascinated by your story and the growth and the triumph. And when did you start to learn English?
Learning English was I learned English through watching TV and Of course, I took a few classes, but I'm a quick learner. So I just, it was very tough in the beginning to really have conversation when people are talking. You don't really understand. Somebody got to translate for you. And very fast, through music and I learned songs and those really helped me. But it was really tough. It was really tough.
When did you transit? I mean, your English is impeccable, Jerry.
Wow.
Your English is impeccable.
We're in this country for a few years.
Yeah. It's way better than my French, I'll tell you that much. Yeah. So now, tell me a little bit, because now I know you came to play with a church. You're the bass player.
Yeah.
With the church band.
With the church band.
So draw for me the connection from the church band to ending up with Wyclef's dad, right? At a church that he buys.
Well, the whole thing was in Haiti. I was playing with the church already.
Right.
Found my way to the U.S. The minute I get there, everyone was waiting for me because I'm the cousin, the family that really good on bass. Moved to the house. Then Clef dad, the pastor, of course, came to the house and said, but I got a new location for the house, for the church. We're not doing the church in the house because the church was in the house.
Was at the house.
At the house.
So then he comes and he says, wait a minute,
no more.
I just bought a location.
Yeah.
We're moving.
Now, you want to know where we moved?
Let me hear.
We end up moving to a burnt down funeral home.
Oh my God.
That he bought, Wyclef dad.
Oh my God.
But the
oh
house,
my gosh.
And we went in there and was like, yo, hold up.
Wait a minute.
Is great. We like, you sure that's what you're going to build the church? He's like, yeah. But he said, I got one more thing to tell you. The 107 South Clinton, I sold the house. That's the money about to buy the funeral home.
So no more house.
No more
to
house.
Go back to.
Yeah.
You're about to live in a burnt down funeral home.
Yep, build it. And the magic, well, who's going in the basement? Because that's where the morgue was.
You can't make that stuff up.
As kids, man, everybody got a story.
Yeah.
We all in here got a story. Trust me. My story is really like, today's a blessing. So
your
from
story
the church
continues in a burnt down morgue.
Yeah.
So tell me like what happens. Draw for me that picture from getting to this burnt down morgue to then creating your first album with the Fugees.
Well, it goes like this. We from the church, Clef and I, we was the music director, and we decided to create our first album. It was the Helping Hands that we do in the church.
Okay.
Didn't sell anything. Then Clef started with Praz. They start this whole Fugees and Michelle. And at the end of the day, the Fugees, of course, I'm the musician. They started did the first album, then we put the band together because we wanted to have hip hop mixed with live music.
Right.
Then start doing that. Of course, I'm the bass player. And, working on that. Then,
and are you creating this at the church morgue, or are you creating this where your dad bought the property?
No, before that, the Fugees was signed to Colina Gang, which was the House of Music.
Okay.
And that was the studio where the first Fugees album was created.
Got it.
I think I did 1 or 2 songs on that. Was created. Then after we went on tour, came back to do the second album, and that's when Wyclef, everybody, Prize Michelle said, no matter what, let's just build a studio, because I already have Wyclef and I, we had a little hustle recording studio of my dad. We already start that little studio.
Okay.
We had all the drug dealers, and then the church, everyone was coming to the studio. We were selling the beat. Oh yeah, right. We were selling beat around. That's how Clef and I, we was living. My brother, we team up, you know, we had the studio, but a little smaller. Okay. Now when we decided we're gonna do the next Fugees album in a house, and that's when my brother and I, we did a little investment. I remember 35,000 I put, my brother put 35, then Clef, we all put together, we went and bought all this equipment. Equipment was at least for, I remember probably like 150,000, we bought for 80,000, plus a little money we had. That's why we built the Booger Basement was built. And
to house this. Yeah. So I'm curious, how are you like feeling at this point? Because it's probably about how many years since you've left Haiti at this point?
Well, it felt good. By around that time, as a bass player, I had my gig. Not even as a producer yet. I was playing with a Spanish band, a AfroBeat band, and a merengue band, and you know, the wedding band, the club go play.
Okay, so you were hustling some gigs.
Yes, some gigs.
Got it.
And by the way, I was going to school. Oh, I had another job. I was a boss boy.
You was a what?
A boss boy.
Oh, you was a busboy?
Yeah, I worked in a bus in a restaurant, and I was making
So you were like picking up the tables?
I was buying equipment.
Okay.
And then I got another job before that, was a car wash. My friend said, yo, we could go, yo, Jerry, what extra money? And
right. Let's go clean some cars.
Yeah, but when I start cleaning cars, my hand, I couldn't play the bass. I said, nah, I don't want that job.
Right.
So after 3 days, I said, hell no. You know? So my whole life, man, it's a great journey to just go from like this to build up. And that's why nothing like too big for me.
Right. Yeah, nothing is beneath you, right?
Yeah.
Like this is like, you know, when someone leaves their country and they come to America, they work 2, 3, 4 jobs. Like nothing is beneath them to get to where they need to be. You know what I'm interested to know? I'm interested to know, when did you, I know you said other people said, man, he's bad. But when did you know that, man, I'm bad?
Oh no,
I'm bad on the bass.
Well, I always know I'm dope on the bass. That's one thing. Now, when I went to school to be on the recording, I always know I'm good on the bass. But what after bass? I remember we went to this little recording studio my friend had, and I was like, what is that? He's like, well, I'm a producer. This is a recording studio, and was like, oh, okay. And he's like, well, I said, what's a producer? He's like, well, producer, you got Quincy Jones.
Right.
Okay. You got Michael Jackson.
Right.
And I said, oh, and my team, Wyclef should be Michael Jackson. I should be Quincy Jones.
Right.
So, and that's what it was. Like, yo, I was a bass player, and that was the best decision I make in my whole life.
Wow.
Being that, and after that, I just practice learning from people. I always say, forget what I know. Like, if I'm talking to you right now, what I know, I already know. So I'm after to learn everything. I was a great learner. Yeah. And I didn't finish college, so I'm after to just like, to be better, to act like I did, you know, I did my whole school thing, right? But I learned I'm street smart and talented, and I love making beats, and I love to be, since the third child, I'm always putting a band together. Right. Always make sure there's a
always
group of
making
people.
Sure everybody has a home and they're together. Yes. I think that's a great quote. I'm a great learner. Yeah. Jerry Wonda.
Oh yeah. I need a shirt.
Come on. I'm a great learner.
Frederick, can we please get a shirt?
Tempo's Caribbean Dream. Right here. Let's go. When did you make that transition from being a bass player to being a producer?
I made it when I built the Booger Basement. I went to school to be a recording engineer, and from being a recording engineer, then I said, it's great, and from recording engineer, be a beat maker. I want to learn how to play. I use the SP12, the MPC. Then when we have the studio, it was like straight up after the Fugees making all these beats. You see all with the score, all the beats, Jerry had something to do with them. Co-producers, of course, you know. There's how the credit went is a different thing. So, you know, sometimes when you don't know in the beginning, you get, you know, you basically get robbed in the beginning, but it's all good. That's another story. But at the end of the day, once I found out I was a producer and I feel good, my beat people like all my beats people are liking them, and my song, and Clef and I, Wyclef and Jerry Wonda, life start. And I always said, whatever dues I had to pay to be Jerry Wonda today, I did. I paid for them, and nothing was given to me because I'm good looking or I'm a good. I work hard for everything I do. So the switch was really good. It was one of the best things for me to be a producer. Till today, I'm you know, I don't want to move too fast, but look at me, I'm a co-chairman for the Grammys, and I'm doing, this is the glory you get, 200 million. So when I walk in my house, I'm looking, people calling Mr. Wonder. I'm like, really, don't call me Mr. Wonder, just call me Wonder. Wonderful. And you know, and I'm sitting at so many boards right now making a difference for young women, young men, and so many people. I wouldn't be here. I feel like if I didn't pick to be a producer, yes, as a musician, I could still, but being a producer really changed my life.
Yeah, it has allowed you to give back and to transcend. Talk to me about, you know, I want to know about your first big client as a producer.
Oh my God, my first big client. Well, I would tell you, the Fugees were my first client as a producer. Then I ended up working. I remember one day when I got a call that you know, Praz and Wyclef said, "Yo, we gotta do something for Michael Jackson." Then we did a remix, "Blood on the Dance Floor." I got all Michael Jackson playing. Then the second one was like, "Hold up, Jerry, Michael coming to see us at the studio." What? Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson was like.
That was amazing.
That was it. Then after that, I ended up meeting Whitney Houston and find out Whitney and I, we have the same birthday, August 9th. It was very special. And I don't know, man. I didn't even care about none of like superstars or Grammys. I just love what I do. The feeling of sitting in the studio and we create. I used to play around listening with that album, the Score album, because I had single song, Ready or Not, or the Killing Me Softly, you know, that song. I would play them on my No Woman No Cry remix. And it wasn't even mixed yet. I'm talking about rough. And I was playing in my little Cordia. What truck I had? I think I have a little Cordia or whatever. And it would feel good. And people be like, "What is that?" You know, my top 40 band, those guys, you know, I play with them in a bar. They're like, "Yo, this sounds great, Jerry. Is that ever gonna come out?" They believe in it, but I didn't know. I'm like, oh, it's what it is. It's what it is.
Yeah.
You don't ever know. I don't even know my Grammys where they are. I don't care about none of that. All I care about making a difference and really give people, making up for my family and make people feel good. I own the #1 recording studio in New York City because having platinum sound.
Say Caribbean man.
Yeah, you understand that? That's my life right now. I'm moving right now. I'm doing music for mental, you know, meditation music while I'm doing. I'm no lie. I was with French Montana 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Before I go with French, I create a vibe, meditation music. And I go create a hip hop record with French. Then after the session, I went back and created another meditation. So I'm going like this, you know, going like really energy, because music is everything. It's water for me. So at the end of the day, right now, I want to tell you I appreciate y'all doing this, because that's the value. You're adding value to what my thinking, my doing, and thank you for that. But at the end of the day, my life. It's all about music. Use my platform to make a difference global.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to the Caribbean. I'm going to Africa. I'm going to India. I'm going to Germany. It doesn't matter. As long as there's music, my goal is go around the world and get music. If you got talent, find me, because I don't care where you are. Trust me, I'm on a plane.
Your phone is going to be ringing off the hook, because you know the Caribbean's got talent.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this has been such an exciting experience to feature your story. Guys, we're not even done yet. We're now beginning.
Yeah.
This is the experience of Jerry Wonda, his Caribbean dream.
Yeah.
And we're happy to bring it to you right here on Tempo.
Let's go. Attack.
Jerry Wonda on the bass, long time.
They've been calling me the monster ever since the day I was born. They were saying, huh? Girl, I want you to know, I can't get you out of my head, my head.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Jerry Wonda has given me a wonderful experience.
Pick up the phone, yo.
Tell them I just got shot down. Do you like
Johnny, here, what do you got?
If you love me, say yes. Yes, I thank you.
gave me those 4 tracks that set the tone. Once he confirmed that for me, it was a wrap. Drake Wonda's, he's my hero.
If tomorrow is Judgment Day.
It was a blessing. She was so nice to me. She would always have me and Clef go perform with her.